uyayichaza kahle because I've got a couple of questions ngalo mahlaba nje. So yena sithatha ithuba ke sikubingelele egameni kaJesu.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu sisinombi for leli thuba unginikeze lona. Ngibingelele futhi nabalaleli emakhaya.
Thank you for joining us namhlanje kuSihla. I know ukuthi the weather hasn't been favorable usukela namhlanje ubungathi uthi uyaphuma kuyanetha. Ayikeke unomi so singaxhumana naye ngocingo whatever, but thank you for actually showing up.
Kubonga mina.
Mhlambe just introduce yourself to umlaleli olalele namhlanje, because I know bayaqala ukuzwa ukuthi there's a junior Mahlaba. Which Mahlaba is this one now?
Yes. Well, ekhaya, as you know, kwaMahlaba, the Mahlaba family, family Shumailayo. I know ukuthi abantu bazo Apostle Victor.
Yeah.
Then mina there is a second brother to Apostle Themba Mahlaba. Ngiyindodana yakhe uJunior Mahlaba. Yes. Yes.
Now we know that the Mahlabas are preachers. Are you also a preacher?
Yes. Nami ngumfundisi. Yes. I'm a preacher of the word. Yes.
Shothi ke langa kufanele sikulande kwicapacity yakho as umfundisi namhlanje sila kuwena as umbhali wencwadi.
Yeah.
Now just kindly take us through, your background. I mean, esikwaziyo about the Mahlabas, is that they're preachers. Now, mhlambe give us a glimpse of ukukhula kwakho specifically as a junior.
Yes, as a junior, ngangi travel kakhulu noBaba, because Baba being a traveling evangelist, I would travel kakhulu naye, ngihambe naye la ayijwayele ukushumayela khona. And as ngimphelezela nje, he would tell me ukuthi son, one day you'll walk in my shoes. You'll be even greater than what I am. But when at that time nganga understand ngathi hayi mina ngiyakuphelezela nje phela baba, being an introvert. But through the grace of God I found myself preaching the gospel at that young age, so I was able to find a purpose yami, through teaching and preaching the word of God.
All right.
And also I had a love for yokufunda incwadi. It came from Uma, Uma, thenga kakhulu incwadi, so nami ngangifunda kakhulu incwadi zakhe. Sometimes ngisho nasekhaya uthola ukuthi mabenginikeza ivoucher instead of ukuthenga ingubo angivele ngithenga incwadi, wena lento ababuthi indaba lomfana lo manje ayikho lento asimthengele ingubo instead sikabe lokhu. So yes, that's how the love for books began to develop. Yes.
Now, mhlambe tell me, mhlambe that love for books, which mhlambe ubonile from Uma, then you picked that up from her. How has it helped you? Ukuthi ugxilile encwadini wathanda ukufunda. Kuyenzeni ingqondo yakho, kwenzeni to yourself, kwenzeni mhlambe to your confidence?
Yes, yabona ukufunda incwadi kukusiza kakhulu because kukhona abantu ongakwazi ukuthi uhlale nabo.
All right.
But when you read their book, you have the opportunity to tap into their mind. Uthola ukuthi what would have taken you 30 years to obtain, you can get it in 2 hours through sitting down and reading somebody's book, because you are tapping into the mind of that individual.
I once read these things lezeyibhalwayo ukuthi now this father wathengela their son or daughter a Bible ngaleso sikhathi, and then wayesemnikeza wasithi your gift nayi, and then obviously they were like, oh my gosh, ngithengile incwadi, and whatnot, only to find years later uma esevule esefunda there were car keys inside. Now ngiyazi ukuthi lapho kukhona into, khona isambulo esingaphuma naso lapho ukuthi beyond the car key, physical key, ukuthi ukufunda incwadi kwenza sengizama ukuthi si-encourage umuntu osekhaya, who's like, oh, reading is so boring, that young girl or guy okhulayo, indaba yencwadi yasesikoleni, thothi esikoleni uma sikhula kuthiwa no, study this book for English, do this book nani, but thothi umuntu nje akufundeki, lo muntu ethi uma efunda vele abona amagama esegxuma. How, like, umqondo wakhe ungawubuyisa kanjani ukuthi abone ukuthi no, angifunda incwadi?
Yes, lento lena kubaleka kakhulu ukuthi ufunde because ukufunda incwadi it broadens i-mind yakho yabona
Right.
leyo nto leyo kukhona ngisho nabantu I've seen this ngisho naphesheya uthola ukuthi umuntu usejele but then they decide to read books yabona
Okay.
leyo nto leyo. And by the time sebephuma ejele sebayazi ukuthi yini ekumele ngenze empilweni yabona leyo nto leyo. So whatever passion mhlawumbe onayo uthola ukuthi une-passion lokupheka I encourage you read books yabona lento ngaleyo subject leyo iyakusiza yabona
Okay,
lento leyo
okay.
to help to broaden your mind yabona lento futhi manje kwisikhathi esiphila kuso khona nalento kuthiwa ama-audio books yabona lento uthola ukuthi ungakwazi ukuthi uvele ulalele uma ubona ukuthi ayi yabona lento yokufunda
But you can concentrate kodwa. Like can I concentrate? Like because that's the question. Can I concentrate?
Yeah.
On that audiobook. Kodwa-ke,
Yeah. So
But anyways, you are still listening to Imbokodo 96.8 FM Mechanic Sasa Lesizwe Zizwele. We've got Junior Mahlabala. We are talking, about reading about books. And njoba sinaye namhlanje, I think, we'll still have him again because we can't really go through the book yakhe ngokuphelele ukuthi the 7 keys to unlock the giant within you. Now, you love reading, you are into books because it's just that great. And then ufika nini to the point where you're like, now let me write.
Yeah. Well, at that point, ngabona nami I was praying, ngangikhuleka that day, and uNkulunkulu wathi kumina, son, you've been reading people's books. When are you going to write your own?
Yeah.
That stuck to me kakhulu. And then futhi ngabona isimo at the time ukuthi abantu were killing themselves. There was a lot of depression that was going on.
Yeah.
So then this is when this book was then decided to write this book called The 7 Keys to Unlock the Giant.
Yeah. Okay. Now, ngiyazi sizoyikha phezulu nje literally.
Yes,
right now, we are talking about the 7 keys to unlock the giant. Kunomuntu vele I mean iqiniso siyalazi ukuthi njoba sonke silana there is something efakiwe thina which is great, but you have to work like igolide fanele it's underground, so you have to dig deep ukuthi ulithole futhi noma usutholile fanele ngene emlilweni for it to be shiny and beautiful lize libe leyo nto leyo. Now mhlambe uzoyikha phezulu nje right now. I think as isikhathi sihamba we will get time silokho sithi unlock these keys one by one. Mhlambe kumuntu olalele right now and who would be interested in buying the book, can you just point out mhlambe some of those keys angathi umuntu okay, all right, if I can get this key maybe I can unlock something kumi.
Okay, yes. Okay, the first one engikhulume ngayo ngikhulume nge-preparation. Yabona njengoba ngikhuluma ngithi the 7 keys, it's the 7 keys ezasetshenziswa uDavide ukuthi ashaye uGoliath.
Okay.
So ukhe yokuqala ngithe lapha i-preparation. Ukuthi uDavide nesikhathi ebhekana noGoliath wayephetha match awu5.
Yeah.
Which means ukuthi he was over prepared yabona leyo. So whatever uNkulunkulu akubizele kukho you need to be prepared for it. Njenge touch screen njengamanje nje besebenzisa le phone ye touch screen. Umuntu wafika naye kwaku Steve Jobs. Uyena wafika naye Steve Jobs. Esikhathi efika nayo a lot of people were criticizing him, saying such a thing would not work. But when you look at those people who criticized him, they are not existing anymore.
Yeah.
Those companies are not existing anymore simply because they didn't prepare themselves. So now prepare yourself for what you endeavor to do. Amen.
All right.